Hey, it's Jessica here, and I'm with my cage. I just did a full clean yesterday. I had the Winnie the Pooh liner in. I just fed them early. Well, it's not that early. It's like 10 a.m. But I woke up at 9 because I'm off today. So I already did vacuum, and this is what it looks like. That, I think, is lettuce stuff. It's definitely not pea. Because I find their pea doesn't actually, like, make a stain like that. But I've noticed their food's been, the lettuce has been getting messy. Especially since I rinse it really well, and I usually keep it kind of wet. So there's Trixie. This is, like, Abby's tent. She's always in this tent, and that's the only time we kind of hear, like, a fight. It's not really a fight, but Abby will, like, scare one of the babies out. Oh, there's Lily. Hello. Hello. So I want to talk about the cage liners today, and also just show you briefly that Pat changed the cage around a bit. I used to have this curtain over here, and then I had one bungalow and a bungalow here. So we moved the curtain to here, which is probably best because now we can actually reach the curtain. Like, we can't reach that corner. It's really hard. So now I can take these down more often to wash them. Not like they get dirty since they're hanging up and they're not even touching the ground. But, so now I just got a potty pad there because they do stand there a lot. And both their bungalows are over here. And because both their bungalows are pushed like side by side, they don't jump on top of the bungalows anymore. Because they have been doing that to the pink one. I don't know why to the pink one more than the purple one. They've been just lounging on top of it. And there's a cuddle cup, which got washed yesterday. So I really do like these liners from Piggiepopshop. I've done a changeover twice. I had this print in first, waited, I can't even remember how many days it was, changed over to the Winnie the Pooh liner, and then switched back to this one now. And I haven't even cleaned, like, sprayed down my chloroplast yet with vinegar. I'm going to definitely do it next time, though, because there's some spotting on, like, the sides of my chloroplast. But the bottoms, there's some stuff around. The bottoms don't get wet. And I had the Winnie the Pooh fleece in for longer than I had the Jasmine fleece originally in. I actually lost track of, like, how long it was in there for. I can't even tell you. But I got bounced around from, like, a day shift to an evening shift, so that's why I cleaned it. I did a full clean last night and not, like, the day before. So it was kind of, like, messy. Like, when I picked out the liners, and, like, I brought it to, like, after we had completely, like, vacuumed it, I brought it to my face and smelled it. And yeah, it kind of smelled like, you can smell, like, the urine faintly, but it wasn't, like, soaking wet. And there was no wet spots under, like I kind of showed. I don't want to mess up my whole liner here. But there's definitely no wet spots. Move, Abby. Move. There you go. Taking up this side will probably be easier. Like, see, there's, like, spray there that I need to clean. Oh, there's a wet spot. Right now. Probably because they heavily pee in this area. Even with the pad. That's interesting. I gotta get everything back properly. I knew. Lily's checking everything out. So yeah, that might be a fresh pea or something. Maybe what happens is, because the other side is also fleece, it reabsorbs. Like, it dries itself off quick. So that's good. I also have less potty pads than I know. Like, I've seen other people have. I've seen people who, when they put down their liners, they use, like, 2x2 liners in, like, high area spots. Like, they probably have a 2x2 liner here, like, over there, and everything. And I have two 2x2 liners right there, but I use them as kind of like lap pads. So the only potty pads I use are these. And these get switched out after a few days. 2 fresh ones. Just like all these pads here get switched out at the same time as these corner ones, because I have extra pads for all my houses. So, other than that, I never noticed any wet spots underneath my cage. So I really do like the liners. I find they're easier than the flippers. Even with the wet spot, it's still not as bad as having, like, with when I had my flippers, you'd get stuff in between each panel, and it didn't matter really how tight you pushed your panels together, stuff would get in between. Somehow poop would still get in between, pee would go in between, and not always absorb properly since it's getting in between, you know what I mean? It's not going into the one panel. So, like, we would take up flippers, and there'd be actual, like, white spots from the pee. That like, really gross looking spots that I'd have to, like, really spray down with my vinegar and, like, let sit and then wipe up. Well, even with this, I can tell that, it won't be a big deal. I can just spray down quickly and with the vinegar and clean up. And some people might think this is harder to vacuum with. It really isn't. I did get, mine are quite heavy than what she normally makes because I asked for the double U-Haul. So it's heavier, and once everything's placed in your cage, it doesn't, like, I would vacuum in front of you, but it's really loud because I have a shop vac, so I just run the vacuum, and the only time I might suck up, like, I have to, is, like, the corners. If I'm vacuuming in here, like, this might get sucked up a little, like, it might go up a little bit, so I have to watch that, and these edges, right here, will get sucked up like this. But other than that, the vacuum works fine. It actually works really good. I don't know how people can just sweep. I think sweeping up with a little broom would take a long time and be annoying. It could be just me. And obviously I gave her my dimensions for the cage and I made them a little too wide. But I kind of like how it goes up like this. Because, you know, guinea pigs, they'll go up and pee, you know what I mean? So this can absorb some of it. This, I purposely made this one longer so it would overlap a bit. This one doesn't seem as wide. I guess it is. Like I said, if you know anything about guinea pigs, like, you know that they're gonna pee in a corner and it's gonna get everywhere. I actually had Trixie on my bed once, and I had like 3 layers of towel or something else. And she peed, and you could hear it. So when they peed, they really go. Yes, they can. Not always. But sometimes they just let her rip. It's everywhere. You guys need a haircut again. You can see Daisy and Lily's hair are getting long again. She's got her flaps at the butt. I don't know what's going on. She's got weird hair. Yeah, you're weird. You're cute, though. So they're going to need a haircut. At least a butt trim, but I usually cut the rest of it. I'm waiting for my shampoo. I did place an order with Gorgeous Guineas, so I'm waiting for that. I got the Posh and Go shampoo, since I have 2 like long-haired, and they said it'd be fine with Trixie and Abby. So I got the Posh and Go shampoo coming, and I got the Perfect Paws ointment just in case. Like, I don't think they need it. They've looked at their paws. They're not red or anything. So, but I got it just in case. Good to have. Yeah. So they'll be getting a bath, which I will probably videotape. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going to do it. I might put them like all 4 together in my bathtub and put like a big towel down so they don't slip and slide. Just so they can like huddle up when they're scared. I think it might be easier. Pat thinks it will be easier, so we'll see. So yeah, some people will, oh, and also with the liners is, I know some people just don't like how, like, you're washing one big piece, but I don't find it a problem. My washer washes this liner and this liner together fine. There still seems to be room. I put in a large load. There still seems like I could add more. I wouldn't ever want to add more, because I like to have that extra room to make sure it gets washed properly. And then in the dryer, I just put it on. I use low heat, which I've talked about before in my washing video, but for the liners, I put it on for like the longest time possible to make sure that the 2 layers of U-Haul gets washed properly. And then my other load is actually like a small load now, because it's just like everything else. It's just the pads, water bottle pads, fill cup, those hoses, this, which I have to take apart when I wash, and all the little potty pads. So there's my clean Winnie the Pooh liner now. Take one of these down. Ugh. As you can see, it's fleece on both sides. So when I do pee, and if it does, like, if there's a section where it does go through, it's just going to dry up. This side's pink on the other side. This one has the blue polka dot. And I only pre-washed it once and it worked fine. So I had the liners in the cage for at least 5 days before cleaning. So they can last a long time, even with 4 pigs. And if it does become a problem, I will just get, more 2x1 pads. So I can set in areas. The thing with my pigs is they don't really have set areas where they pee. So it's really annoying. Like, obviously the corners is where they pee. And I find they pee a lot in their houses, which already have, like, potty pads, which you think would be enough, right? Like, this has, I think, a U-Haul in it and everything. So, my piggies are piggies. They just pee wherever. And they do pee a lot in their litter boxes, because when I change it, you can see the bedding wet. So I think I'm sticking to the cage liners, because I just find it easier. Oh, and also when you do a full cage clean, what I do is I start off with one end vacuuming it really well, and then I start rolling it up, instead of with the flippers where you have to clean off one flipper at a time and take it apart. You have to take off the fleece, like, pillowcase, and then you have the 2 U-Haul padding to take off, and then you gotta clean. God, you gotta wash. I used to have to wash all the fleece cases together in one load. So I'd have like a fleece load, and then I'd have like a U-Haul pad load. But then you have to make sure you spray down the cage, and then you'd have to make sure you spray down each coroplast insert that goes into the flippers. I just thought that was kind of tedious, having to clean that. And you would have to clean it because there'd be pee marks on the coroplast inserts. I do like the liners. I want to get another one next month, like maybe just one set, because the shipping was kind of expensive to get. Because I got all 4 together. I got this whole set. I call this one set, even though like it's 2. It's one set. And then I got the Winnie the Pooh ones, which are over there. So I got that together all in one order. So I think next month I'll just get one more. I want to get 4. So I can change out the patterns. Yeah. Should give them a treat since they're behaving and not weaking so much, but they just had their veg, so they're probably not really hungry. Oh, what should we give you? Why is everything so far down there? Hmm? Oh, now you think you're getting something. Why is everything so far down here? Here's what my storage looks like. Everything's just thrown down here. Give you these. I haven't given you these in a while. These are oat sprays. That's the last of a wheat spray. I don't know. I'm gonna have to put you down for a second to put these out. Now they know. Anytime I move a bag, they know. Even when I feed them my hamsters, because my hamster food is also down here. They're like, mine? Mine? No, it's not yours. This is yours. Yeah, let's wash that green off your neck there, silly piggy. You don't have it though, huh, Trixie? No, I think it's because Trixie's hair is not as long. Or maybe she's not as messy when she eats. But she definitely has a bit of vegetable stain. Which is why you guys have to take a bath, because I've never bathed them. Which I know is not that big of a deal because they're animals and they don't really need to be bathed. They clean themselves, but I will bathe them. I gotta get one out for each of them. That's a really small one. That's not fair. Okay, don't get one out for each of them. They're gonna fight over it. That's not even one, but okay. And know if I'll buy these oat sprays again. I had to order these oat sprays online, so that was kind of a pain in the butt. There we go. That's one spray. That's another thing I don't like about these oat sprays. One spray can be really small, or one spray can be really big. Well, with my wheat sprays, they're all uniformly like the same. What's it? Right there. All of you keep looking at me. Oh, Daisy's the smart one. Daisy won the smart test. Another one. Let's go. Come on. Right there. Really, guys? Come on. Come on. Come on, Abby. No, 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 no. Don't steal. Don't steal. Hey, don't steal. Over here. Over here. Right there. I swear, sometimes I think they're all blind. There we go. Hey, stop stealing. You get the bits to make up one. How's that? Hey, stop stealing. Stop stealing. Get your own. Look, 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 look. Like, really, this happens every time I give them like sprays. They all just like, I don't know where mine is. I don't know where mine is. Over there. Stop squeaking. Stop it. Look. Look, num nums. Num nums. There you go. See, Abby was going to run into the tent and realize Daisy had already gone to her tent. I call it Abby's tent. It's funny. You think it's yours. It's not yours. Here. Don't. At least take your food with you if you're going to run away. That will keep them happy. Silly pigs. Silly piggies. So if you have any questions about liners or anything, you can go ahead and ask. You can also make these liners yourself if you really wanted to. If you know how to sew and you think, like if you have a strong enough sewing machine that can handle it, you can definitely do this yourself. You can also just look on YouTube. I know a lot of people have made videos showing you how they've made their own liners. If you want to make them like more tailored made, like these ones. Or you can order them from Piggiepopshop, which I'll also put a link down to. And I'll put a link to my pig's Facebook. We've been getting a lot more likes lately, which is good. I always post pictures on my Facebook first, and I do post links to my videos and all that. You have more right here. 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 Hey. Hey. Take these. Yeah, thank you. Go over there. There. Have that too. Have this little one too. Trixie has the big one. Daisy. Look at her just going. Okay, so this video is way too long, like always. Sorry. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.